This is topic E on page 86, applying borders and shading.
Font and paragraph formatting options that you've already used can help to call out or differentiate portions of your document. Borders and shading provide an even more dramatic way to make paragraphs and pages stand out. A border is a plain or decorative line or pattern that surrounds an object. Borders can be applied to paragraphs, pages, and pictures to draw attention to them. Borders can be applied to the top, bottom, or all four sides of a page or an object. On the Home tab in your paragraph group, here we have our Borders drop down. This has a pretty long list of options here. I'm going to first select my little address book that we created earlier, and I'm going to show you what your options are here. You can apply a bottom border that adds one single line at the end of the selected text, top border, left border, right border. You can add all borders. You can see I get the lines going across between my individuals now. You can choose to do no borders. That will remove everything. Or you can go down, for certain things you can do just outside borders, so that gives a box border around the selected text. Inside borders, again your lines. Inside vertical borders, this one doesn't have any because this isn't actually columns. These are set up with tab stops. But if they were actual columns, you could do your vertical borders. Diagonal down borders has this slash. Diagonal up border, you can do horizontal lines. I'm going to do no borders here, but I'm going to go down in that drop down and select borders and shading. And this opens my borders and shading dialog box. The first tab, we're going to take a look at the first tab and the last tab, borders, shading. Page border will come up in another section, even though these are pretty much the same here. So on my borders tab to the left, we have our settings section. And this is where you choose what type of border you want. You can choose none. You can have a box border, which is just a solid line going around your selected text. You can have a shadow border. This makes the right border and the bottom border a little darker than the other two sections. You can do a 3D border. This kind of gives it another standout effect as well. Or you can add custom borders. I'm going to do a box border here. So you select your setting, then you choose your style. You have your solid single line, dotted lines, you have dashed lines, double, triple lines. You can see you have lots of different options here. So just for a dramatic effect, I'm going to do a double jagged border here. Then you choose your color from the drop down. You have your theme colors up at the top, your standard colors along the bottom row. Make sure you choose the exact one that they specify when they tell you to do the step. I'm going to apply purple to this, and then you can choose your width as well. Now for this particular border, it only has the option of 3/4. If I chose a different style, such as a solid border, you can see I have many different options for width. So it does depend on what style you select, what your options will be for the width of it. I'm going to stick with my double jagged, and then in the bottom right here, you can choose to apply it to the whole entire paragraph or to, whatever text you have selected. It'll give you a preview of what it will look like here. So that's going around my selection, and I'm going to click OK. So you can see it put the border around just that particular selected text that I had chosen, not the entire page of text. Now you can also choose kind of like a background color for your selected text. So just within that jagged border, you can do a color inside. And that's in the same dialog box. I go back to borders and shading, choose my shading tab at the top, and I can do a fill color. Now you want to try to stay on the lighter side since you'll be reading text. So maybe I would want to do a light yellow or you can even do a pattern. And I'm going to click OK from here, and you can see I get that fill color. So you can add different border designs, different background colors for your text, and format it so it's visually appealing to the reader. All right.
Our next activity will be activity 2.8 on page 88.